promise to try and do this more often. I know I'm not on here as much as I need to be. My schedule is crazy, but I am doing it. I am right now in my Florida condo. Check it out. So I'm on here now. So let's get into a couple of things. I'm wearing my red robe, the infamous red robe, where my boob popped out. Lord Jesus. But I'm in my red robe, honey. So before I get into the episode, I want to talk a little bit about last week really quick. On the week before episode, there's a scene where I say, I don't talk. Bloggers don't talk to Nene, Nene, or Lanithia. But they can tell you one thing they don't do is talk to Nene Leakes, or Nene Leakes, or Lanithia Leakes. My last name might be Leakes, but bitch, I'm not leaking. If you watch that scene, then you would know that it was a fun scene. We all were laughing. We were having a good time. And I hear that some people are trying to make it appear or seem as if I was talking as if bloggers were beneath me. Nothing in that scene says that at all. So I ain't got nothing but love for the bloggers. I'm friendly with them. So, but I'm not friends. Okay. So I have one. I'll have one person that I'll take back that I consider more friends with than not. Okay, so but nonetheless, I want to give a big shout out to the Shade Room. The Shade Room is doing it. They're getting all likes and views, putting other bloggers out of business. Yes, Shade Room. Come on through, okay? And I'm going to give a big shout out to Straight from the A. What's up, Michelle, girl? Okay. Let's get into the episode. I'm not going to talk about everything that happened. I just want to touch on certain things. Some stuff is just like, I ain't got time to talk about it, okay? So I'm going to just try to do this as quick as I can. When we get there, it's the scene where Tanya is hosting the party. Dennis shows up. Get down on both knees.
I want you to put your ring back on.
He don't get on 2 knees. So I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I love love. I've been in a relationship for a really long time. I know there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of forgiving. No one's perfect. People make mistakes. So when I first met Dennis, Greg and I, we went on a date with Portia and Dennis and Tanya and Paul and Greg and I. And we like Dennis. We think he's fun and funny. I don't have any issues with him. So I think if Portia wants to try to figure out a way to make her relationship work, I think it's a good thing. So kudos to you guys. Yay. Love wins. Yay. So good for you. On from there, we leave and we all are going to retire in Marlo's room. So when I thought it was a pajama party. I thought that's what we discussed on the bus, that it was a pajama party. I didn't know that everybody was just going to go straight to Marlo's room with their clothes on, which is why you see me coming in my red robe. Okay, so when I come in, I'll tell you what happened. So the producer, the mic guy, was micing me. So he finished micing me and they said go. And I went right into the room and my robe was falling off my shoulders and I got my hands full. But you know I be having all my snacks, honey. When I go out of the country, listen, I take all my snacks. Because when I'm out of the country, the food don't taste the same. So I'm like, nope, I don't ever leave without having my own chips, water, candy, whatever it is I'm going to have. I take tuna, everything. I have a whole survival kit. So I had my good old snacks, honey, and went right on into the scene and sat down. So when I arrived to the scene, what I can remember, because I'm going to talk from what happened when I was there opposed to what you see. So when I walked in, Portia and I think it was Kenya was trying to trick Yvonne into saying she was the snake or she is the snake, because they were saying somebody told them, or they already knew that she was, and they was going to try to trick her into saying it. And then later on, I was asked by Candy, what is the difference between a recording and audio? And I'm trying to explain the difference. I'm going on like, when you're recording, you take out a device and put it down and, intentionally do it. And then when there's audio, it's something that's caught accidentally. And Cynthia was like, well, what's audio? And all like that. And I think Marlo was getting irritated. So she said, audio is the same thing as you and Mike. And audio is something like Phaedra on some audio.
She was on somebody's voicemail.
And Cynthia with Mike.
Oh.
Well, so you remember last season, Cynthia's voice was caught over the mic, whispering to Mike about some stuff. So, and then Cynthia, I feel like, just got completely out of character, cursing like crazy. But once again, this is the Cynthia that I know. But I'm the toxic friend. We'll just keep it just like that, girl. Okay? So, it's always good for me to not say that much, because when I say stuff, I feel like I am always, getting a bad end, or I'm always critiqued way harder than anybody else. The rules apply very differently from them than it do to me. They've done everything to each other, from fights. I mean, everything. Come on now. All these girls done been into everything. Portia done been in a fight with Portia. Portia has been into a fight with Cynthia, Kenya, Candy, me. Cynthia done been into it with Portia, me, Phaedra, So Kenya has been into it with everybody herself. And so it's so crazy when I feel like they are just trying to make it seem like Nene's trying to get back in the circle and be friends with us again. Girl, we're not in high school. I'm not trying to get back in the circle and be friends with you. Nope. I am not trying to get back in the circle and be friends with you. What I'm trying to do is understand why you feel you need an apology. That's what I'm trying to do, as if you've not done anything yourself. But, it's a little game that they like to play. Oh, Nene needs to apologize. She said this and that. So let's do the little game. Let's play the game with them. So that's all I'm doing, honey. It's really not that serious to me. I don't have to be in the circle. There's nothing in there that I need. So I don't have to be in the circle. Okay, girl. Okay. So, and I'm not a victim. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim. Don't want to be a victim. But the facts are what they are. You guys know that. These girls have done everything, but I'm always the one that has to do the apologizing. I'm always the one that the rules apply very differently for. These are just the facts. Like it or not, say all the negative stuff you want to say about me. It is what it is. It's the truth. I don't have to sit on here and make up a story. I'm just telling you what it is. If you are watching the show through your eyes and can clearly see, you can see that the rules do apply very differently when it comes down to me. And again, I'm not a victim and don't want to be one. I'm just telling you to see it for what it really is. And that's just what it is. I don't like it. I don't love it. I've had a lot of thoughts about it. And I don't know. I just know that there's a lot of things that aren't fair. And so I've had a lot of thoughts. I've been really thinking. And it's always good for me when I am just quiet and let other people do the talking and I don't say anything. It just works out that way best for me. Okay, so we're in the room. Marlo and Cynthia are going at it. Marlo calls Cynthia a bald-head scallywag. That thing is funny. Seriously, she says it. When she said it's funny. It's funny is funny. You know what I'm saying? We laugh. And then she calls her Bob Marley.
I don't want to hear from Mama. I want to hear from you, Nene.
Bob Marley, sit your ass down, Marlo, don't do that. Just kill your ass. I was undone because I was like, okay, why did she call her Bob Marley? Me, ding dong, Nene. She got her hair in the little dreads and braids or whatever. So she called her Bob Marley. Okay, so that was fun too. That was funny. as I say in my interview, the person that you see talking to Marlo, Cynthia, and the way she's cursing, this is the Cynthia that I've always known. She's always cursed. She's always done that. Why they haven't shown it, I don't know. But so you are getting to see it now. So kudos to Bravo and True Entertainment for, trying to show these people for who they really are and not trying to take out stuff. So, the confrontation goes on. Portia and Yvonne get into it. Yvonne tells Portia, her man's a snake.
No, you're not gonna sit up and say nothing. The snake calling that you're calling it. The snake is your man.
So all of that's going on. It was so chaotic. Oh my God. I was talking to Cynthia. I wanted to get Cynthia to, first of all, I wanted everybody to be quiet so that we can all get some sort of understanding in the room. And it was hard to do that, with everybody talking over each other. And, drinks had happened. Marlo had clearly drank. And I had at the Tanya's party where Dennis do the getting down on both knees, I had some champagne, but never was buzzed. I always try, when I'm around these girls lately, when I work around them, I do my best to try to not have drinks around them. Because I want to make sure I remember everything that happened. I want to hear everything they saying. So they had me a glass of champagne and I was good. I've never done drugs in my life, ever, never, ever. In college, I tried to smoke some marijuana and had to go to the hospital. But I've never done drugs in my life. I have family members on drugs. Not just one, I have several family members that have been on drugs. If you've heard me and Marlo talk, she talks about it too. She has family members that are on drugs. We are 100% against drugs. So if anybody ever insinuates or says that I'm on drugs, they're only saying it to be malicious. Everyone around me clearly know that that's something that I'm 1,000% against. All of my castmates know that as well. I don't do anything like that, and they all know that. They know I don't do that. We all know that Candy does not drink, and they know I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs, because if I had, I would have been high at some point around somebody, and that no one could ever say that I was high around them, ever. Now, if I had some drinks around you, yes. Maybe you don't see me drunk or tipsy, that's a very good possibility. Now, but you've seen me high, will never be a possibility, ever, okay? So I think it's jacked up when people try to give labels and say things that just aren't true, trying to make people look bad. I mean, it's crazy. Because listen, I would tell you myself if I was doing some darn drugs, but that's just not something that I would do. I got kids, and if I was doing drugs, I probably couldn't have half the stuff I got, because people who do drugs get rid of their money. So we go on in the scene discussing it. I'm trying to rally everybody around. I get Cynthia. I try to talk to her. I tell her I want her to listen. Don't leave. I want her to talk to me now. Talk to Yvonne. Talk to we want to get all this out tonight. Let's do it. And Kenya interrupts.
I have to say. I will talk to you another time.
No, but you should have said when you had the time to say it, Nene. You had the floor.
And then she stretches and put her finger all the way in my face. Okay, so let's start right there. Now, there's a rule, but the rules don't apply to me or for me. So there's a rule that when there's a heated exchange, you do not get in people's personal space. And that's a rule amongst us, especially ever since Kenya put the scepter in Portia's face. It has been a clear rule that when there's, words being exchanged, you stay out of each other's personal space. When she put her hand all the way in my face, listen, right over here in between my eyes. Now, I went finna go for that. That's crazy. And what's so crazy about it is we couldn't have done that to her and it would have been okay. She wouldn't be okay. So I was just like, listen, this is not cool. So when I ran out the room, the ghost said I wanted to talk to her.
Let me tell you something. I'm out of here.
I'm talking to them. I'm talking to the girl. This mother, she's trying to comfort me. She got the wrong bitch. She got the wrong mother. She better go home. I kept telling them I want to talk to her because they got to stop doing this. Like, those rules can't be like that. You don't violate me. And don't, the rules are the rules. If we have rules, let's just stick with the rules. It's uneven. It's unfair when they all get to act like, somebody's done something to them and I'm the only person that owes anyone an apology, and just NeNe's trying to get back in the circle, just all kind of ridiculous stuff. So I wanted her to understand. Now, I don't know how y'all working these rules, but don't do that, because that's going to get you jacked up, girl. Now, you want to make up scenes and all this stuff you want to do it. But putting your hand in somebody's face, it had nothing to do with her. I was trying to talk to Cynthia. I wasn't talking to her at all. So it was just crazy. I'm only talking to Cynthia. She didn't even have to do that. Okay? 'Cause if I did it, it would just be, all hell would break loose. My name would be written on every blog. NeNe did this, NeNe did that. Now, I know you guys remember when the show was getting ready to start, Kenya's saying that I spit on her. She said it. I spit on her, and she said it on Wendy Williams' show that I spit on her, and she said it several other places. Now, I just want y'all to keep record of what's going on. Do I ever spit on Kenya? No. Why she went and told those lies is, again, to be malicious, okay? And her putting her hand in my face is just a no. And she shouldn't do it, and everything should be fair for every single one of us. Okay. That's that. Let's go on to the next day. They're getting ready for Carnival. They're on the back of a shuttle, and just look at Kenya. Just look at her. Just being mess. Just look at her.
But how do you feel about how NeNe handled everything? Like, you were the one that's trying to help. Of her sending me the gift, the card, being nice to me, damage control. What's the point of that? They're all full of shit.
Just look at everything. NeNe's a lie. NeNe did this. NeNe's a lie. NeNe did. She cannot keep my damn name out of her mouth. Like, I don't even get it. Girl, why are you so obsessed with me? Me and you ain't never had nothing. Again, it's best for me to be quiet and let you guys be the judge, because the moment I say something, NeNe is wrong. NeNe is wrong. So, you guys be the judge. Hopefully your eyes are working, okay? They have brunch and all sit at a table, and Kenya's asking the question about if someone knew your man was cheating, would you want to know?
If you know or suspect or have heard, whatever you want to say, that someone's man in the group is cheating, would you want to know?
To me, it looks like Kandi, Cynthia, and Kenya are all directing their questions at Tanya. So it appears to me that Cynthia and Kandi already knew this was going to happen. I mean, they asking her, why didn't they ask nobody else at the table? That's how it looked to me. I don't know. I wasn't there. I know one thing. Kenya need to worry about her own marriage, okay? That's what she need to do. And start worrying about somebody else's marriage and their relationship. Girl, you hadn't even been able to keep none of the men that you've ever brought on this show. None of them. They're all gone with the wind, okay? So you should cut it out. I hope you guys continue to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta like I know you will.